Monday 37th Leeds United confirmed that they have signed winger Jack Harrison from Manchester City on a season-long loan. Ronaldo Vieira is rumoured to be travelling to Sampdoria in Italy to discuss a move to Seria A side. The fee is rumoured to be around $7 million. Tuesday 31/8 Hadi Sacko joins UD Las Palmas, Gran Canaria, on a season-long loan. Las Palmas were Leeds' last friendly of pre-season. It is thought the deal was arranged after the 1-0 win by Leeds, Roofe with the goal 4 minutes from time. Leeds confirmed the signing of Patrick Bamford for an undisclosed fee, rumoured to be worth £10 million. He is contracted until the summer of 2022. He is the most expensive signing Leeds have made since Robbie Fowler from Liverpool in 2001. Jack Harrison and Patrick Bamford signings number 4 and 5. Ronaldo Vieira arrives back in England with his new Sampdoria teammates. He has rumoured to have signed a 5-year deal with the Italian side. Wednesday 1/8 Ronaldo Vieira completes his move to Sampdoria. Good luck, Ronnie. As previously said, Ronnie joins the Seria A side on a 5-year deal. The fee was undisclosed. Luke Murphy's contract is cancelled by mutual consent. The midfielder wasn't even given a squad number for the 2018-19 season. He spent last season at Burton Albion before returning to Leeds and has played for the under-23s in pre-season. Thursday 2/8 Leeds are rumoured to be monitoring Matthew Pennington. The centre-half was on loan at Leeds last season and after signing a new deal at Everton is expected to be loaned out. Wigan and a couple of other Championship teams are also looking at him. Ex-Leeds goalkeeper Andy Lonergan joins Middlesbrough on a 1-year deal. The 34-year-old stopper made 9 appearances for Leeds last season in his second spell at the club, including the 2-1 over his new club at Elland Road. Ronaldo Vieira, Friday 3/8 Marcelo Bielsa, Stoke press conference apologised for his broken English, then spoke through an interpreter. On the squad, Forsaw out for 6 weeks at least, rest fit, but Jansen may be not ready for Stoke as he has only returned this week from his break after the World Cup with Sweden. Would still like an additions to the squad, midfielder, to replace Vieira, and a centre-back. Happy with the players he has and said Ayling, Berardi, Shaughnessy and Phillips could cover at centre-back if needed, despite it not being their favoured position. Had no part in the sale of Ronaldo Vieira. Owners took the decision to sell. Interesting. Went to the fair in Yorkshire show, said he was made very welcome by the people there. Very excited at the thought of playing at Elland Road in the first game of the season. Set no targets as it's too early, but understands that fans are expecting his team to challenge for promotion. Patrick Bamford didn't expect to move this summer, but as soon as the bid from Leeds was accepted knew it was time to move on. Delighted to be leading the line, centre forward, thinks it's his best position. On Bielsa, he's so meticulous with everything he does, it's something different to what I've experienced before, as is the whole setup at Leeds, and the regime from what I can see, it's exciting stuff. Derby County beat Reading 2-1 with a late injury time goal to set off the championship season. Saturday 4/8 Andrea Radrizzani explained why Ronaldo Vieira was sold to Sampdoria. The Italian owner of Leeds told the app, "To be honest and fair, Marcelo told me he was a player who had value and he could count on him, not in the lineup but as a first option on the bench. To give me advice, he said, if you take £7 million this year you would take double next year for the way he will go. I'm not stupid, I don't want to lose money and I know I could sell for more next year, but the club unfortunately needs to have some injection. We need to focus investment on what we need. At this moment, we needed a striker and we need players with other characteristics, so we had to take this sacrifice. It's very difficult for me, it's a sacrifice that even if I didn't want, I had to do. Many fans will wonder if this was a right thing to do, considering Vieira's age. We all know it's a business, but as I've said countless times, it does seem to me that selling the silver is a process we need to move away from. Time will tell if Mr. Radrizzani was right or wrong selling. Wigan started life back in the Championship with a 3-2 home win over Sheffield Wednesday. Brentford beat Rotherham 5-1 and Bolton beat relegated West Brom 2-1 at the Hawthorns. Sunday 5/8 Leeds v Stoke. Team news: Douglas makes his Leeds United debut. Team: Peacock, Farrell, Ayling, Berardi, Cooper, C, Douglas, Klitsch, Phillips, Hernandez, Cias, Iliowski, Roofe. The game Leeds were first out of the traps, and they gave the long-suffering fans a lot to smile about in the 3-1 victory. First half goals from Klitsch, Hernandez with Cooper adding the third after Stoke reduced the arrears in the second half. It's very hard to explain that most of the players, Douglas apart, were the ones that faltered so badly last season after an impressive start. More intense, first-to-the-ball effort wherever you looked on the pitch. Strong defensively, with Captain Cooper marshalling his co-defenders, very busy in midfield with my man of the match Mateusz Klitsch in every piece of the action. He was also superbly supported by Calvin Phillips, with Phillips and Klitsch taking care of the muscle in the middle. Iliowski, Cias and Hernandez could weave their magic whenever they had the opportunity, and it wasn't a surprise when Hernandez doubled Leeds' lead just before the break. Klitsch had deservedly given the Whites the opening goal earlier in the game. A debatable penalty gave Stoke hope, but a delightful corner into the heart of their defence minutes later was met by the head of Liam Cooper, and despite the introduction of nuisance Peter Crouch, it was never going to stop Leeds claiming their first 3 points of the 2018-19 season. 3 and pretty easy. A great start to the campaign, and I'm very hopeful the influence of Marcelo Bielsa will continue to give Leeds a good start to the season. Very impressed. Men of the match: Klitsch and Phillips, incredible in midfield. Post-match, Marcelo Bielsa: the physical effort of the players, the productivity of the players was pretty high. Our offensive actions were very good in some moments. It's a dynamic team, an offensive team, and it is a team that dares to play. My team took risks when they were moving the ball, so these are the positive aspects. But we lacked a bit of experience at the end of the game. Gary Rowett: we didn't play anywhere near well enough, and it was a real eye-opener for myself and for the group. That's what the championship is all about. It's intense, and the quickness caught some of the players out. The third goal was a killer because when we got back to 2-1 we felt that maybe if we didn't concede for a while we'd have a chance to build some pressure towards the end of the game. Sunday 6/8 Ryan Ingham reviews the game with Stoke City from the press box. http://www.weloveleeds.co.uk/latest/Leeds-United-vs-Stoke-City-match-report. Very positive vibes on social media. Klitsch and Phillips getting worthy mentions along with Cooper and the hard-working Roofe. Most though thought the team as a whole deserved credit for the impressive win over one of the favourites to be promoted. Monday 6/8 first blog of the season by one of our favourite people. Heidi Hay on Berlin, Vieira, Paul Madley, and reviews the 3-1 win over Stoke City. http://www.followme@leeds-united.co.uk/stoke-city-5th-August-2018-@-Elland-road. Thank you, Heidi, and I look forward to reading the forthcoming 5th book, Back to Reality with Leeds United, 2017-18. Out soon. Tuesday 7/8 Angus Kinnear gave an interview on Leeds podcast LS11. In it he outlined the difficulties of getting better players in and why it took so long to do it, and the lessons learned from last season. He also talked in length about the process of the appointment of Marcelo Bielsa. He hinted that any more incomings could be loan signings, but mentioned no names. He also revealed that the long-awaited Leeds away kit will be released in the next day or so. It will be worn for the first time against Derby County on Saturday. Wednesday 8/8 one day before the transfer window closes tomorrow. Leeds continue to be linked with quite a few players. It has to be seen whether anybody signs on the dotted line before tomorrow tea time, 17:00. Bristol City's Joe Bryan agrees to sign for Aston Villa, then changes his mind and is expected to sign for Premiership new boys Fulham tomorrow. Thursday 9/8, transfer deadline day. Leeds United's away strip for the 2018-19 season. Cap it, do something different. Will certainly cause conjecture. Marcelo Bielsa, Derby County press conference. Very happy with the incomings and the trimming of the large squad from the previous season. There could be additions before the loan window closes next week. Matthew Pennington is one player that he and Leeds would like to bolster the defence. Stuart Dallas out for a couple of weeks. Pontus Jansson near full fitness. He would like to keep the same 11 for the Derby game as he was very impressed with the performance day game against Stoke. He added, "The game had many ups and downs and we dominated most of it. We respected our philosophy of play during most of the game. The two aspects that characterized us more is that we got the ball back very fast and we made many passes building from the back before finishing the action. If we respect these two aspects, then I can get the right level of the team." Bailey Peacock Farrell, "I wanted to make myself known as a championship goalkeeper and obviously I was expecting a new signing. I had to just come in, put my head down and work really hard and show what I can do in preseason and try and create a decision for the manager. I know some people aren't fussed with numbers, some people prefer different numbers, but I quite like the traditional number 1. The way we see it is that the goalkeeper is that extra man. There should always be a way out if we create the right movements. We've watched videos on Man City, Barcelona and Bayern Munich. Just the way they move, their 1-2s and third-man runs. We've watched a lot of that, and we do set drills during the week just on those specific movements and crosses. It is very specific in terms of how he wants it to be done and where he wants it done on the pitch. Through videos we can see that, visualize that, and the best thing about it is watching these teams do it and then doing the same." Friday 10/8, we've met before. Derby 2 Leeds 2 champ February 2018, Derby 1 Leeds 0 champ October 2016. Derby 1 Leeds 2 champ August 2015, Derby 2 Leeds 0 champ December 2014, Derby 3 Leeds 1 champs October 2013. Preview: Leeds' impressive start to the season will be severely tested on Saturday at Pride Park where they face Frank Lampard's Derby County. The rivalry between the two clubs goes back to the 60s when Don Revie managed Leeds and Brian Clough was the Derby manager. Their respected bosses didn't like each other and on the field neither did the two teams. Battles in the mud at the baseball ground were regular. With Forza and Dallas both absent through injury, there may be a place for one of the youngsters that impressed during preseason. Pontus Jansson isn't expected to start as Bielsa is expected to keep the starting 11 that played so well against Stoke City. Frank Lampard on Derby End. I'm aware of the great Leeds teams and I know exactly the rivalry that there was in those days, and those things don't go away. I've seen them before. Chelsea-Leeds have a big rivalry of similar feeling. I'm expecting a tough, exciting game with a few goals, and a draw wouldn't be a bad result. Derby 2 Leeds 2 good first week for Leeds. The style they displayed against Stoke was a joy to watch and I'm hoping they can carry on in the games to come. A little disappointed that a couple weren't bought in the final days of the window, but the loan market is there and hopefully one or two will be brought in before that is closed. The shirt has brought different opinions, some love it and others loathe it. Without doubt it will sell in its thousands and that will keep the cash machines in the various outlets busy. It's not for me. Mo by Keith Ingham.